What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. On this channel, I get a lot of people commenting that, number one, I'm hating on black people, but I also see the comment, you're hating on black women. And on this channel, I don't really go into any vulgarities about anybody. I don't call a whole lot of names. I might say weaving and sailing. I'm a lot more mature than, what I was like 10 or 15 years ago. And what I do is I put the facts in y'all face, right? And y'all get mad at the results of the facts. But they are what they are. And I'm going to put these receipts on y'all again today so you can get mad in the comment section talking about how I hate black, whatever. Okay. Number one, since the last 20 years, and I saw this 25 years, I remember when the independent black woman, talking points were coming out. It came out, at least when I saw it, during the New Jack Swing era, late 80s and the 90s. Artists like Mary J. Blige, around that time, Guy, right? That's when you started seeing a lot of black women transitioning into school, getting scholarships, opening up businesses, going into the public and private sector, doing very well in the black community. It was really, really strong then to where they were talking about it. And what they were saying was, at this time when you saw the boom in black female education and success, was I can't find a man on my level. Then you started hearing that black men were deadbeat dads, that they're gay, right? And because of that, I don't need, that's the reason why I'm single, or I need to go and get me a white man. Fair enough. All right. But then I never understood it for some of the women out there who were very beautiful, very talented. And I still can explain it with Keke Palmer. Now, Keke Palmer is super beautiful, super talented, can sing and can act. And we know that Keke Palmer is just not, willing to deal with black men. She will deal with white men too. So that, I want you to remember that. She will date white men because there are pictures of her kissing on white men. So she's 29 years old. She's been in the industry for years. So talented, been in the industry for years, will date black or white men, and you're very good looking. How do you explain that she is married or having a baby daddy by the name of Darius Jackson, who is a man that's not on her level? Listen to what I'm about to say, right? So if you see this guy, he's basically an actor himself and a model. He's nothing like Keke Palmer. And there are some reports that say he is going to put his career on hold while Keke Palmer goes out there and works, and he stays at home with the kid. Here are some pictures of him holding a child, right? It's great, okay? I don't have no problem with him taking care of the kid. Here's the problem I'm gonna have though. You're gonna go right back around and say that these black men are not bringing to the table what I'm bringing to the table. This is what y'all gonna say, right? Y'all gonna go to the media, say that these guys are not leaders. And not only that, you're gonna tell these brothers the same thing when y'all are in relationships with them. Look at what happened with Megan Good and Devon Franklin. Erykah Badu and the young boy she was dealing with. Keisha Cole and the young guy she was dealing with, Nico Collett. What are y'all gonna tell them? Y'all are gonna say that these guys are not on my level. We can't find no black men on our level. And then there's always an excuse because the black men on our level like light-skinned women. They like white women. But what you're not going to talk about, this is on purpose. Sisters are purposely selecting men that they can control. Okay? They want to be the husbands and make these guys the women. Look at ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. That cover on Vogue. That's what's going on. But I want to prove it to you. I want to play this clip from Tiasan Johnson's, me and his interview last year, 2 years ago. Son, husband. Let's go.
With husband, sons, one of the things I began to notice is that you had well-to-do women who were employed, who were educated, so on and so forth, and who would use the rationale that there were no other options, and they would choose men that were intentionally in such a low position that those men could not offer much challenge. So in other words, they were in the dominant position in the relationship. These men depended on them for hearth and home, for income, for food, for everything. And if there was so much as an argument, those men would be out on the street. So it really came down as to be a control measure, really. But whether you're talking about, especially if you're dealing with women that, decide at a certain point that they want to have children, they want to be married, so on and so forth, and they just chose somebody that they knew they could control. And part of the reason I've argued for this is, the average woman can't look up and say, you know what, I'm ready to get married. Let me go get O'Shea. I can get O'Shea anytime I want. Let me go get him. Is that likely? Not really. I mean, if you're talking about, and I don't want to go back into the whole Kevin Samuels high value man, but the central idea is still pretty similar. If you want the ideal that we've been hearing about from Black women since the 80s, that guy is not easy to get whenever you feel like getting. Kevin used to talk about picking a high value man off the high value tree. There is that perspective out there with a lot of women. But the problem is those men are not easy to control. You can't make them do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. So many choose men who are in a position where they can't really debate. They can't, they're vulnerable.
So this is Tia Mowry, Corey Hardrick all over again, right? Once they split up, Keke Palmer will go to the media and say, I was tired of carrying him. Okay. I took him from nothing to where he is now. He wasn't on my level. I need a real man. I'm tired of dating a little boy. But at the same time, the question in the room is, Keke Palmer and the other ladies who will go out and say it, because y'all have a problem. Whenever I'm bringing this out, I'm bashing somebody. But y'all ain't got no problem when they come out and say this about Black men, right? The question is, why couldn't Keke Palmer get somebody doing better than her? Because don't say Black men is the preference, because the brother looks like he's a little mix, right? So she'll date other guys. Why didn't the white man want her? The Asian guy. She in Hollywood, a lot of men will want Keke Palmer. So what is it that she didn't choose that person? I'll tell you right now. Because when you date a man that got more money than you and doing better than you, there's certain things you got to do. Okay? If you have the attitude that I'm not going to change for no man, accept me for what I am, and that's it, then what happens is when you're beautiful, either you get lucky like Russell Wilson, or what you have to do is you get a guy that makes less money than you, and then that you can be the husband. And do you know what? So many women, if they get a man that they feel is attractive and he's the husband, a lot of ladies are okay with taking care of a guy. And then when it don't work out, complain, talking about, I got tired of taking care of him. When the whole situation was in the first place, why were you there dealing with that guy? Why were you dealing with somebody like Jay-Z? Oh, okay. Because you didn't want to. You didn't want to put in the work. So for a guy that's not doing what you need him to do, you ain't got to put in the work. He glad to be there. And if y'all don't see that this trend is happening in America, you're going to see a lot more successful ladies dealing with men that don't have more money in them, and they're becoming the men in the relationship. These guys are the ones staying home. But then they going to let these guys know that you ain't nobody. You can get your ass out of here. I ain't going to listen to you. I pay the bills. Ain't that what Monique told her husband? Look, I make more money than you, so I get to have an open relationship and you don't. Ain't that something? But when you talk about that, y'all will say that but these are the facts. A lot of people don't want to change for no man that make more. Like, that's one of the most hard things to do, be a man that make a lot of money. You'd be surprised at how many women want to date you but don't want to come to your level. It happens, bro. So many women want to date men that got money, but you don't want to change anything about yourself to be at his level of expectations. So when they notice that they're not going to do that or not willing to do that, all right, best thing is let me find a guy that can just give me the D and the baby, and I'll take him. And if he won't be wanting to be, I can just get rid of him. Facts. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.